Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku, and I'm here to review episode 1 of Ushio to Tora. Now, a lot of us came into this anime not knowing what it was, for there wasn't a description of what this anime was about for the longest time. So there's only two reasons why I decided to watch this anime, and one because I heard it was from Studio Mappa, and two was because of the promotional poster. Like, the promotional poster looked pretty cool. So now I gotta watch the first episode. If I read the description of it, there was no way I would have watched this. This is a typical shounen fighting anime. That's not a bad thing. It's just normally I don't really watch those. But I'll watch a couple more episodes, see if I'll stick with it. But so far it seems one of your stereotypical fighting shonen action ones. But let's get down with the review, shall we? So, we meet our main character, Ushio, and his father who tells him stories about this spear known as the Beast Spear, and how it pierced into this creature called a yokai, and Ushio's all like, "That's a bunch of bull, old man! Ha! This dude seems to like to fight for whatever reason," and we can already say that he's very strong, especially when he's over in the cellar, which, by the way, his father ended up leaving for a trip for like a week or a weekend or something like that. But anyway, Ushio goes over to the basement, no, to this room, and sees this door that he hasn't seen before. So you figured that since he'd lived there all his life, he probably would have seen the door, but, you know, because story-wise, oh look, he's in high school, we're just gonna put this door here, so therefore we can have our story. So he sees this door to his cellar. He uses all his might to open the door, which that was pretty interesting. I was like, dude, what grade are you in? But he ends up opening the cellar door, and in he finds this being known as a yokai with a spear over in like his shoulder, and turns out he was trapped in there for 500 years. And Ushio decides not to release him at first because the yokai, which he later calls Tora, which means tiger because it looks like a tiger-like being. Tora's all like, "I'm gonna eat you, and I'm gonna eat everybody up in here." So then Ushio's all like, "Okay, peace." So then he locks the cellar door, and then he just continues on with his regular day lives. And we meet these two stereotypical girls. We got our classic Soon, Nakamura, and we have like the cheery girl. I don't know, Inaru in it? It starts with an I. I-N-O-U-E, something like that. Anyway, so they end up going over to Ushio's house later on because they need a book or something, and Ushio sees these creatures flying around them and stuff, and the girls later on see them as well, but first Ushio sees them for a little bit. He goes back over to the yokai, and he's like, "Yo, what's up with this?" And then the yokai's all like, "Oh, well, you should have never opened this door, for now I've released my aura all over the place, and you can see them first, and now they're gonna get everyone." So then Ushio's all like, "I see, I have no choice." So he pulls out the Beast Spear, which the yokais are like, "Ha, I'm free, joke's on you, I'm gonna eat you now, and like hell, I'm gonna help you out." But then Ushio, he keeps holding onto the spear, and he ends up getting beast-like powers. As he says later on in the episode, he becomes a beast, for this is the Beast Spear, and it gives you these powers that you can only use to defeat other yokai and creatures and things like that. So the yokai, he's all like, "Oh, okay, I will help you." So then he starts running all over the place trying to defeat all these other yokai and stuff. And so at the end of the episode, the Tora, he was all like, "Like hell, I'm gonna continue helping you. One day I will eat you." And Ushio's all like hell, I'm gonna let this guy free all the time. One day I will kill you. So they're gonna have an interesting partnership, rivalry kind of relationship thing for a while, until they will eventually have to kill each other. I wonder how long this is gonna run for, because this seems like one of those animes that could possibly be long running. If it is, I'll probably drop it. But I don't know, it's alright so far. And that soundtrack, I gotta say, that soundtrack is frightening, it is eerie, it is spooky, and it is different. So I like the soundtrack, and the ending theme I really enjoyed as well. Animation, it's the typical shonen fighting action style with very rock hard, like especially Ushio. Gosh, he's a box. Just edges all over the place. His nose too, gosh, it's just a rock. He's a rock. That's what it is. So, catch me later as I review Kekai Sensen Show Finale. I'm Female Otaku. Sayonara.